Imagine you're on a sun-soaked Italian piazza, biting into a pizza so perfect it might as well have been made by the Roman gods themselves. The mozzarella is melting, the crust is charred in all the right places, and you can't help but wonder, why does pizza back home taste like cardboard dipped in regret? The truth is, some foods just taste better abroad, and it's not all in your head. From magical ingredients to strict food laws, let's explore why your taste buds seem to go on vacation too. The secret sauce. Ingredients that speak the language. It all starts with the ingredients. Food in its homeland is often made with local, fresh, and unadulterated components. Take the humble pizza in Naples. The tomatoes, grown in volcanic soil near Mount Vesuvius, have a sweetness and acidity that can't be rivaled. The mozzarella di bufala? It's made from water buffalo milk, giving it a creaminess that American cheese could only dream of. And don't even get me started on bread in France. French wheat has lower protein content, giving baguettes that crispy crust and pillowy interior. Then there's the butter. Oh, the butter. With its higher fat content, French butter turns every pastry into a flirtation. Your supermarket croissant back home. That's not flirting. That's ghosting. Even fruits and vegetables get an upgrade abroad. Tomatoes in Italy aren't just an ingredient, they're a revelation. Mangoes in Thailand. A symphony of sweetness and juiciness. These are flavors that have roots, quite literally, in the land they're grown on. Recipes passed down like family secrets. Authenticity isn't just about ingredients, it's about how you use them. Recipes are sacred, passed down through generations like a family heirloom. A Nana's marinara sauce isn't just food, it's a legacy. The techniques? Meticulous. The timing? Precise. The love? Unmatched. If you think your 30-minute jarred pasta sauce can compete, think again. Consider Coca-Cola. In Mexico, it's made with cane sugar instead of high fructose corn syrup. That single ingredient swap creates a cleaner, crisper sweetness that's a game changer. And don't forget the fizz. Mexican Coke is bottled differently, keeping the carbonation just right. It's like drinking a childhood memory with extra sparkle. Even the cooking methods add to the allure. Tandoori chicken cooked in a clay oven in India, or pala simmered over an open flame in Spain, carries the flavor of tradition. Abroad, food isn't just made, it's crafted. Food laws. When rules make things delicious. While rules may be a buzzkill in some contexts, looking at you. Speed limits. They're a godsend in the food world. Many countries enforce stricter food regulations, which means fewer preservatives, artificial flavors, and questionable additives. For example, in Europe, bread can't be pumped full of shelf-stabilizing chemicals like it often is in the US. That's why a Parisian baguette goes stale in a day, but tastes divine while it lasts. Take wine and cheese. In France, champagne can only be called champagne if it's from the Champagne region. Parmesan in Italy. It has to be aged for at least 12 months and made in specific provinces. These laws protect the integrity of the product, ensuring you're sipping and munching on the real deal. Back home, you might get Parmesan that's 1 part cheese and 2 parts sawdust. Even fast food isn't exempt. In Japan, McDonald's fries are made with potatoes imported from Hokkaido, giving them a distinctly different flavor from their global counterparts. It's these little details that make a big difference. The atmosphere effect. Dining with a view. Let's face it, food tastes better when you're staring at the Eiffel Tower or lounging on a beach in Greece. There's even science behind it. Studies show that our environment affects how we perceive flavors. The salty sea air enhances fresh seafood, while the romance of cobblestone streets makes that gelato feel like a love affair. Even the water matters. In New York City, the mineral composition of tap water gives bagels their iconic chewiness. In Japan, the soft water influences the silkiness of ramen. Abroad, every element conspires to make your meal unforgettable, even if the locals think you're ridiculous for Instagramming your cappuccino. And let's not forget about the joy of eating al fresco. A plate of grilled fish on a Greek island or a piping hot empanada in a bustling Buenos Aires plaza is seasoned with the ambience of the moment. That's a flavor you just can't bottle. Nostalgia on a plate. Eating abroad isn't just about the taste, it's about the story. That pala in Valencia wasn't just lunch, it was an experience. The aroma of saffron, the sound of the market chatter, the waiter who convinced you to try a glass of sangria, it all comes together to create a memory. Food abroad often comes with a side of nostalgia, and that's hard to replicate when you're reheating leftovers in your microwave at home. Consider street food. Eating tacos from a roadside stand in Mexico City feels like you're part of something bigger. The warmth of the tortilla, the char of the meat, the squeeze of lime. It's all tied to the place and moment. Back home, it's just Taco Tuesday. The stories behind the dishes add another layer of flavor. Knowing that the recipe for your pho in Hanoi has been perfected over generations makes every slurp more meaningful. Food is more than sustenance. It's a connection to culture. Mass production, the great flavor compromise. When foods are mass-produced for global markets, something gets lost in translation. To meet demand, shortcuts are taken. Cheese is processed, tomatoes are canned, and bread is pumped full of preservatives. The result? A product that's designed to survive shipping rather than delight your palate. Take coffee, for example. In Italy, espresso is a ritual. It's made fresh, served hot, and meant to be enjoyed quickly. Back home, your average cup of joe might sit on a warming plate for hours, losing its soul in the process. It's the difference between a passionate Italian romance and a lukewarm text from someone who forgot to reply. Even chocolate feels the pinch of mass production. Swiss chocolate, crafted with meticulous care, melts like a dream. Its factory-made counterpart, let's just say it melts, but not in a good way. Surprising twists on familiar flavors. One of the joys of eating abroad is discovering how familiar foods can take on entirely new personalities. Coca-Cola in Thailand, it might have a herbal twist. Ice cream in Argentina, it's richer, creamier, and influenced by Italian gelato traditions. Even McDonald's burgers taste different depending on where you are, thanks to local menu adaptations and ingredient sourcing. This isn't just about novelty. It's about tasting how global brands adapt to local tastes. It's why a croissant in Tokyo might have matcha filling, or why street food in Istanbul feels like a revelation, even if you've had kebabs before. Abroad, food surprises you, reminding you that flavor knows no borders. And sometimes, it's not the food that changes but you. Traveling opens your palate to new tastes and textures, making you appreciate subtleties you might have overlooked before. Bringing the magic home. While it's nearly impossible to recreate the exact magic of eating abroad, you can try. Seek out authentic ingredients, like real Parmigiano Reggiano or San Marzano tomatoes. Experiment with recipes that respect tradition, even if they take a little extra effort. And most importantly, slow down. Cook with care, eat with intention, and savor the process. If you're lucky, you might find local markets or specialty stores that sell imported goods from your favorite travel destinations. Or better yet, dive into your own city's cultural enclaves. You might discover a hidden gem that's been bringing a taste of the world to your backyard all along. But remember, part of the magic is letting go. Some flavors are best left to the places they belong, cherished as a memory rather than a replica. That's the bittersweet beauty of travel. So, next time you're abroad, savoring a meal that feels like a love letter to your taste buds, remember this: it's more than just food. It's a story, a connection, and a little slice of the world's magic. What's the most unforgettable dish you've ever had while traveling? Share your flavorful adventures in the comments below. And if you're hungry for more tales of travel and culture, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Let's keep exploring the globe, one delicious bite at a time.